Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yo yogo bhagavat bano nirvanatmang strayodhita kidrisha katichangani yatastatra nabodhanam. The mystic yoga system, as you have explained, aims at the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is meant for completely ending material existence. Please let me know the nature of that yoga system. How many ways are there by which one can understand in truth the sublime yoga? Can you bring me from my room the book Inbound Yoga System, please? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are different kinds of mystic yoga systems aiming for different phases of the Absolute Truth. The Jnana Yoga system aims at the impersonal Brahman effulgence. And the Hatha Yoga system aims at the localized personal aspect, the Paramatma feature of the Absolute Truth. Whereas Bhakti Yoga, or devotional service, which is executed in 9 different ways, headed by hearing and chanting, aims at complete realization of the Supreme Lord. There are different methods of self-realization, but here Devahuti especially refers to the Bhakti Yoga system, which has already been primarily explained by the Lord. The different parts of the Bhakti Yoga system are hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping the Lord in the temple, accepting service to Him, carrying out His orders, making friendship with Him, and ultimately surrendering everything for the service of the Lord. The word Nirvanatmanam is very significant in this verse. Unless one accepts the process of devotional service, one cannot end the continuation of material existence. As far as jnanis are concerned, they are interested in jnana yoga, but even if one elevates himself after great performance of austerity to the Brahman effulgence, there is a chance of falling down again to the material world. Therefore, jnana yoga does not actually end material existence. Similarly, regarding the Hatha Yoga system, which aims at the localized aspect of the Lord Paramatma, it has been experienced that many yogis, such as Vishvamitra, fall down. But bhakti yogis, once approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead, never come back to the material world, as it is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Yat gatva na nivartate. Upon going, one never comes back. After giving up this body, he never comes back to the material world. Nirvana does not finish the existence of the soul. The soul is ever existing. Therefore, nirvana means to end. one's material existence. And to end material existence means to go back home, back to Godhead. Sometimes it is asked how the living entity falls down from the spiritual world to the material world. Here's the answer. Unless one is elevated to the Vaikuntha planets, directly in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's prone to fall down, either from the impersonal Brahman realization or from an ecstatic trance of meditation. Another word in this verse, Bhagavat Bana, is very significant. Bana means arrow. The Bhakti Yoga system is just like an arrow aiming at the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Bhakti Yoga system never urges one towards the impersonal Brahman effulgence or to the path of Paramatma realization. This Bana or arrow is a sharp and swift, that it goes directly to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, penetrating the regions of impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma. Oh, the letter is so small. Real eye exercise. There's a great anxiousness in people in the world to understand yoga. It's like a magic word. And good so, because yoga means union with the Supreme. It means going all the way to the end. Even though some people don't say that. In America, they just had a major conflict. Because they made some studies, and in the studies, those who were doing yoga were doing so well that they were like less inclined to crime. Since we have a huge crime problem for youth, so some people proposed, why not introduce yoga into the schools? Why not have the kids learn the yoga? And actually the American school system accepted it. I don't know in how many states, but it accepted it. So we're training up yoga teachers so that in a school kids could already learn exercises of yoga. It's pretty amazing, no? But then they had a problem that when you practice yoga, you often come about such polite things like namaste, I greet the divine within you, no? Om, the truth, Hari Om. So the Christian fundamentalists, they said, hey, how's this? We are not having any more Christian prayers in school, but now they are saying namaste and Om in the yoga. What is this? Cannot tolerate. Then there was a discussion going on, is yoga religious or not? Believe it or not. They were discussing, is yoga religious or not? And of course some advocates of yoga, in order to keep it in the schools or whatever, they say, no, it's not religion, nothing to do. So it's as good as saying religion has nothing to do with the religion. Because yoga means to unite with its original cause of existence. And religare is the origin of the word religion, religare in Latin. It means to unite, to connect, to reconnect, religare. So actually yoga and religion is the very same word, just in a different language. No? Are you going to pray in your yoga session? Well, nowadays Christians even offer meditation seminars. So the whole thing has gone a little bit of intermingling, no? I mean, last not least, they're just... What is a mantra? It's a prayer. What is a prayer? It's a mantra. So do you want to change a mantra? No, I only pray. So how are you going to tear apart the meaning and the word? You want to divorce the word from its meaning and create a new meaning, but using the word because of its popularity. It's a kind of a cheating mentality is revealed in that. Because now, okay, I mean, yoga, fine. But who's going to define what is yoga? Well, the yoga scriptures, I guess, no? Patanjali, the Yoga Sutras, scriptures which exist about yoga thousands of years ago. Even in Harappa, in Mohenjo-daro, these old cultures, they had asanas there, right in their coins and things like this. The oldest, and if you go to Mexico and to Honduras, you find many of the figures, the statues, there in yoga postures. So, yoga? Who's going to define yoga? And then people say, yoga is gymnastics. No, yoga is not gymnastics. But what is yoga finally? So Prabhupada is talking about the yoga systems, and therefore we offer to Srila Prabhupada the system of inbound yoga. The system of inbound yoga is the yoga which definitely is to open the doors of your heart, to go deep inside and to find the beauty and the treasure which are there. Because the real inside of yours is mystical. The real outside of you is hair. Little hairs coming out of your body. and so we can say that hair is mystical as well because it comes from the body, which is coming from the presence of the soul. But to say, I am this hair, it's pretty ridiculous because they cut it and then your hair is gone. So, the inbound yoga system, it is focusing on the complete setup of the human necessities. It is actually approaching in a very bhakti yoga way that everything has connection, everything has meaning, and that we have to explore, we have to find that real meaning. That's our duty, our task. You know, we have a problem, we have to solve it, right? So this body, in a way, is a problem because it grows old and becomes sick. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is why do we not know why it was born to begin with? So if you want to define something, it's like you have a car, maybe even a luxury car, but you never got the key. So you got that thing sitting there in front of your house, and every time you pass by, you wonder, what is this car here for? What does it do? How can you use it? Well, and somebody says, no, but it's yours. It's yours, that's nice, it's mine. But I don't know how to use it. They gave me the car, but they didn't give me the key. So, this is more or less like the human form of life without taking advantage of its intricate capacities. It can be spoiled. I mean, if you look at the senses, we are all sensual beings, sentient beings and sensual beings. So what does it mean, the sensual? Our sensual aspect is so amazing that the senses can provide us simultaneously with great pleasure and with great pain. Hearing can be very pleasant and it can be terrifying, torturing. Seeing something nice, oh, look at this. But then if you have to look at a tiger running towards you, ready to devour you, then your eyesight is just giving you the alarming, go for safety message, dive for safety. Krishnastu Bhagavat Swayam Jai Goranga Goranga Gandharvika Govinda Sundaram. So how do we give the appropriate attention to this body that we can actually take advantage of it? Well, that's the science of yoga. That's exactly what yoga is all about. To make you show what this body is for, what these senses are for. These senses are not to produce pleasure, and these senses are not to produce misery. But the senses are meant to teach you many, many lessons. Don't go too much this way, don't go too much this way. Go to the golden middle way, to the goal. No, but I thought the senses, they were just some elements of entertainment. Let's have it, let's party. And then you find out, no, this is very confusing. I'm lost in my world of sensual perceptions and sense gratifications. Running here and running there and getting nowhere. So the inbound yoga system is really a pathfinder. It is to show people that definitely everything is about being in the trail towards the goal, but to be there where you are ready to step on. Some people, they don't practice hatha yoga, but they practice inbound yoga in a more intensive form. Actually, inbound means what's going on in the heart, and what's going on in the heart, that is the subject, there is love. So therefore bhakti yoga addresses just like certain things, you know. Give you an example. I may be a doctor. As a matter of fact, I know many doctors who don't exercise their medical profession. Not because they don't like the medical profession, but they found some more important activity. They are engaging in soul healing. So if I'm, for example, I'm a doctor, I'm having some patients waiting for me, and all of a sudden I get the news that my spiritual master has come, or somebody's in emergency, or something like this, and say, sorry, I can't do my doctor job right now. I have to run and to attend to this. So this is a little bit like that, you know. The priorities, the most important things of life, you find out when you are going into the world of yoga. Deep yoga. Inbound yoga. There you find the priorities. And there, you read certain books, and then certain books you don't read them anymore. Then you read other books. Now, Srimad Bhagavatam I've been reading for 40 years, and that book is always telling us the most important things, and what we just wrote about the perfection of the yoga system. What is that perfection of the yoga? That which removes all the illusion from our life and establishes us in a healthy, wholesome way. If you want to gain entrance into the real world of yoga, you have to find somebody who is the perfect yogi. The perfect yogi is the person who is surrendered to Yogeshvara. Yogeshvara is the master of all yogis. He is the Lord himself. He is the Ishvara. Patanjali speaks of Ishvara. You have to do your svadhyaya very careful. You have to study the scriptures about it. Don't think that you can get all this information just by a few weeks of making a few exercises, and then you get a teacher certificate and you say, now I'm also a yoga teacher. I'm studying this topic for 42 years and I'm feeling that I'm just getting to the entrance. It's such a vast field. Just like in love, you never feel that you love. In knowledge, you never feel that you really know. And then you face another problem. You forgot what you learned before. But how much knowledge do you need? What is the essence of all this? This is really the most important question to ask. So the inbound school of yoga, the inbound yoga system, it is giving us a chance to become a member of that group of people who want to become instruments of divine love. The instrument of divine love, yoga, is really where everything you do has something to do with your connection with Ishvara. And you understand that Ishvara has come into my life by his own sweet will. There's some spontaneous attraction for the yoga principle in a person, most likely, but still, only by the mercy of Ishvara can you come in contact with Yogeshvara. And the Yoga Sutras, Ashtanga Yoga, they all point in this direction. But we have to also understand that of all the yogas, the most ecstatic execution of communion is when we pray to the holy name. When we invoke the presence of Ishvara in our life to become an instrument of his. There's no yoga exercise comparable to that. Even if you do the most incredible and difficult yoga exercise, have nothing to do with that intensive conclusion, that dedication. My Lord, let me be an instrument of your love. And this is the whole conception of Vedic culture. Actually, Vedic culture has so many elements. For example, in the inbound yogas, we study so many of the different areas of knowledge of the Vedas, which most yoga schools don't even touch upon, since they are not so accessible to the people in the Western world. But for example, the chanting of the holy name, the kirtan, is very introductory. It is the best thing to start, to get some taste. Then to do some worship, to start offering your food, to making your food spiritualized. Very important. I mean, you are what you eat. Can you imagine somebody going with a dead chicken in his stomach is going for yoga? It doesn't fit, you know. It's like, so the archana is accepting your food as blessed food. Then yagyas, to make offerings, to see your life as an offering, to even see yoga as an offering, not a self-centered process. I'm not doing yoga just for my self-improvement. I'm doing yoga as an offering, as an expression of gratefulness to my universal creator who is providing me with everything. Now my yoga is a kind of an expression of my wanting to be connected with him. And then, if there's anything else of special knowledges, there may be complementary knowledges, like the astrology, like Vastu Vidya, like Ayurveda. There's complementary things. They're also good for health, good for improving, but they're not the essence. Krishna didn't even mention in the Bhagavad Gita the importance of the different physical conditionings of the Ayurveda system. So many things. Prabhupada also did mention so many things. But at the same time, if you read it in the Bhagavatam, you find everything. In the Bhagavatam, there's everything. You see, yoga is not self-contradictory. Yoga is a complementary. It is compatible with all the different levels of sincere research. It has something to offer. It is complementing each other with one step leads into the next. And some of them, they make you jump over a few other steps. Like, for example, parikrama is one of the steps of yoga, going to holy places, no? But then sometimes people can do that, and some people, they have no time, they cannot do that. They can jump over this step. All these things are complementary in the yoga. In the yoga, and some people, you find some neophytes, they say, it gotta be this way, gotta be this way, gotta be this way. But it's not that way. It gotta be the way, the path of the heart. It gotta go straight towards the truth. And don't go anywhere else. And the Brahmin is a servant of the truth. Brahmins also can be yoga teachers. As a matter of fact, yoga teachers should be Brahmins. And so should be the doctor, the Ayurveda doctor. He should be a Brahmin for sure. The Jyotish, the astrologer, he should be a yogi, he should be a Brahmin. Because he's going to read your chart. He's going to understand about some of your karmic implications. But now he's going to give you a life advice. If that life advice is not based on the truth of the teachings of yoga, if that's not so, then it will not be really good life advice. It will be some kind of a disaster. So therefore, we are taking Brahminical life, the commitment of Gayatri, the Gayatri. Gaya means chanting, and Tri is that which liberates us. So we are receiving this mantra when we want to serve. Yoga is the entrance to the world of service, but not arbitrary service, no, concentrated service. If you're a doctor, you're a health servant. If you are a cook, you are providing healthy sustenance for the body servant. Every service, everything in life has its particular specific service application. And if you do something just for taking and not for giving, your service is not appreciated. Whatever you do in life for taking is not very boring. But if you do something for giving, it may be very entertaining. It may be very charming. So what you do for a living, okay, you do things for a living. But what is your mission? My mission is to fill my belly. Like some people say, do you live to eat or you eat to live? What is it really? Where's your yoga? Where's your intensity? What is that system of yoga which will provide you a true contact with Ishvara and becoming an instrument of his love? This is the path. Like, for example, in the inbound yoga system, we give an introduction to the Varna Ashrama system. We are introducing how people become servants in different respects. We introduce them to the three modes of material nature to see whether how much they incline towards goodness, how much they incline towards passion and to ignorance, how to control themselves, what are the dangers they will face on this path. Because the Vedic culture has actually been designed in such a way that through the prayers, through the behavior, through the food, through the educational installments, you get more and more powerful on your path to do the right. Not powerful to become an independent problem. You know, people in this world, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, do you think yoga is a power system to give you power and then to corrupt you? No. But it can happen. Some people, they gain lots of fame, notorious they are, and in this way they use it for themselves and forget about the Lord who has given them the call of yoga. That is a big misgiving when people think that I have become independent. Yoga has made me independent. Money has made me independent. Weapons have made me independent. Political power has made me independent. I am the most beautiful of all has made me independent. You remember Cassius Clay? I am the greatest. Just because he knocked somebody on the nose and he fell over. I mean, come on. That's going on every time, everywhere in this world. And nobody is the greatest for hitting others anyway. He's so dumb. This whole boxing is one of the most dumbest sports you can imagine. And so then somebody in that dumb sport declares, I am the greatest, and getting a big applause. So the inbound yoga study is actually, you have to restudy life a little bit. You have to reset your values. You know, sometimes when the computers break down, everything is like upside down, the software is corrupted, viruses have entered and everything, and the thing looks like totally hopeless. Then there's one last chance. It's called reset. Reset to the basic outgoing unit. Let's reset this thing. I mean, we may be losing some information here, but this thing is going nowhere. Reset. So this society today has to go get to the reset button, because it has gone so upside down, everything confusing, corrupted. So if you want to adjust it, like you want to do what we call the psychology of imperfection, you enter into a turmoil, you will find endless and endless problems, and from one leads to another, and so and so. So the whole idea of the Vedas is to teach us nitty-grittyly down to the root of our heart that we are servants, and that we will be only happy when we serve. And that service is divided according to the ability. Like you say, the divisions of mankind were created according to the ability and the work of man. If you're a dentist, then don't clean other people's shoes. It's not that you cannot. You probably be a better shoe cleaner than anyone, but sorry, if you're a dentist, there's a long line of people with big tooth pain. Now, if you're cleaning shoes, it's not going to help them. Anybody can clean shoes, but not anybody can fix teeth. So, in this way, Chaturvanyam Mayashishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Pleasing. Sangsiddhya Haritoshanam. Everything has to be for pleasing the Lord. So, what's your talent? Okay, please the Lord this way. You know how to sing, please the Lord this way. If you don't know anything specific, then it's a little bit more difficult. But still, God is so merciful that only by your cry, you're crying, oh my Lord, I want to serve you somehow. Let me be useful somewhere, somehow, and then immediately you will be rewarded, and there will be some chance will be given to you. So, the whole array of spiritual invocations we have in yoga, they are all teaching us. I'll give you an example. Om Shanti Om. There is no peace without the truth. People say Om Shanti, yeah, but what does it mean? Have you ever thought about it? Om is the supreme, and Shanti is what it takes you to. So, you have the Om Shanti Om is a very, very devotional invitation. Even more, Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om, there is no Hari without Om. And who is Hari? Hari is the universal name of God. It's found in many religions. You always found Hari, Eli, even in the Aryans, no? Famous Aryans. People think, oh, the Aryans, some silly Germans, they thought Aryans mean blonde hair and blue eyes. They are the Aryans, you know. But Aryan comes from Sanskrit. It means those who love Hari. The same word as Jewish. The word Jewish means those who are devotees of the Lord. And Hari means, the Aryans means those who are devotees of Hari. It's a description of a certain type of behavior. Not of a certain type of physical look. It's crazy, you know. We know how crazy it is because anyone from anywhere can develop so many wonderful things just by association. So in this way, Om Hari Om is a very devotional invocation. And then what to speak if you chant mantras like Jaya Jagannath, which means Lord of the universe, please protect me. Radhe Shyam. This is already openly the divine couple. The divine couple is already there. Om Hari Om is also the divine couple. And Hari means the thief of the heart. He steals away your heart. So if you say, Hari, 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 please come and steal my heart. Just wait a moment and you'll be finished. He'll steal it. And he said, why, you invited me. You told me to steal your heart. Now I'm coming and you're complaining. So, this is like this, all the holy names, Gauranitai, Sitaram, they are all the upcoming celebration of the greatest expression of gratefulness, and this is in the inbound yoga system. It is the two mantras, Mahamantra, and there is the Panchatattva mantra. Panchatattva mantra is the introduction, invocation of the divine devotional energy, which manifests through 5 eternal truths. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakti. So there is invocation through sound, healing through sound, and the meaning of the sound. We should not only go by the energetic influence, we should also go by understanding, comprehending what is really there, where is it taking us, no? And for example, it takes us to behave properly. Behaving properly means karma kanda. Karma kanda or karma yoga. To behave in such a way that your behavior will be doing good to you and to others. So in the Karma Yoga is explained in the Bhagavad Gita as action in higher consciousness. And that also means, Karma Yoga means that you have accept that there's rules. Karma Yoga means there's laws and you're supposed to act according to the laws. The divinity is perceived as the law, the truth, and love. So, as far as love is concerned, we know very little. But as far as truth is concerned, we know something, and that truth is supposed to be put on front in order to find out what are the laws and how to behave properly. So, the avatars, especially the Manvantara avatars, are the teachers of the rules. That's why we have a book called Manu Sanghita, which we were reading a lot yesterday in our class about the real meaning. The real meaning of Manu Sanghita is love and respect. Love and respect. Love and respect, period. Anything contradicting or contrary to this is interpolation or deviation or misinterpretation. The scriptures say love and respect and submission to the reality. Hey, you should not submit yourself to some fictional illusion. What nonsense is this? You should submit yourself to reality because you're part of reality anyway. None of us can say, oh, and to become a Brahmin is a reality if you want to become a Brahmin. Only thing you have to do is say, yes, I want to serve you, my Lord. Then you become a Brahmin. If you say, I don't want to serve you, my Lord, then you can get initiation, you're still not a Brahmin. In other words, the real thing is the substance. I want you to surrender to reality. I want you to be part of a positive, progressive reality. I want you to be a beaming light in the world which gives so much light to others that you yourself won't be in darkness either. And this light is not yours. You have to get it. It has to descend upon you. You just have to become an open agent of it. Let this light come into me and shine through me. I am nothing, but you are all. I'm available. I'm at your disposal. That's yoga. That's a suggestion. It starts with Surya Namaskar. No? Please, divine light, come into me. Light up my life. Here's my respect. Vivashvan Surya Deva. Let my life be directed towards you in gratefulness and compassion. So all these different elements of the yoga path, they're not actually luxuries. They're actually necessities. But in the essence, the details may be ignored at certain points because of the state of the student's capacity. But when the capacity of a student is larger, then he will be given more and more and more information. Otherwise you say, why? All this I have to study to do yoga? So many things. Oh. But actually it is the manual for those who really want to practice. Plus, there is another manual for those who are just beginners. But this is a manual for those who are instructors. So the instructor has to know more. He has to be very well prepared. And he will find out the more he reads, he will see, hey, this is a whole life. I thought I'm going to a yoga class, learning a few little things. Maybe I can make a living with it, but otherwise I'm just going to live my normal life. No, yoga will not allow you to live any normal life. It'll turn your life upside down and make you a recipient of this divine love. To contain it in yourself, in your existence, and then start sharing it with I wish I could invite all of you to have this beautiful experience of telling others about the message. I was just telling one devotee this morning that I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. And so what has to be talked about, what has to be brought to our attention is that there's something can flow through you. Yoga means to go into the flow, not opportunistically and much less opposition way. Let the divine flow come in you and through you. What means opposition? Is there any opposition to the truth? Factually not. You cannot oppose the truth. But you can go within the free will area of the truth. You can go into a different direction than which is the best for you, so that you learn out that this is useless. There's a lot of things like that. Actually, the Vedas, they do that all the time. They invite you, they say, hey, you want mystic powers? Yeah! How do I get them? Come over here. Now you do this and this and this. Now first of all, you stop this, you stop this, you stop this. Hey, don't smoke. No, you can't get mystic powers this way. Yeah, you want mystic powers? Okay. Okay, do this, do that. So they tell you this, and then you, wow, I'm going on my way to yoga, I'm getting some mystic powers. Then the yoga teacher comes, he says, you know what's the value of mystic powers? Yeah, incredible. They're worth nothing. What do you mean? All the things you taught me to get something, now you say it's worth nothing? I don't understand you. You don't need to understand anything. Just keep working. Just keep working. Then the thing is, oh, I want to go to heaven. I want to go to heaven. No more suffering. Yeah. Then the karma kanda says, oh, you want to go to heaven. That's very good. So now you prepare for heaven. You do these things. You do that thing. And like this, you go, wow. Now I'm getting ready. I have my ticket to heaven ready almost now. And then the teacher comes and says, so you want to go to heaven? Yes, I want to go to heaven. Yes, they say, only fools go to heaven. Please, my dear teacher. First you taught me, for the last few months you said me how I should prepare to go to heaven, and now you tell me only fools go to heaven. It's too much for me. Well, you really want to learn something, you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready for things which you are not controlling, and you are not in charge of them, and you want to know? Then go. You don't want to go? Well, then don't go. Nobody's obliged. It's only by invitation. And you have to beg for an invitation. So in this way, heaven. Why not heaven? What's wrong with heaven? Heaven, that's a place where you have temporary enjoyments of highest degree. And after that you have to return to this world, because there'll be some imperfections and you'll get some reactions. And after that, back to Berlin, back to Tokyo. No, not again. I've been there already. I know what it's like. I don't want to be there again. So really? So how was heaven? Yeah, it was pretty good. Mangoes, size of elephants. They drop from the trees, little mango rivulets. They're going all over. You just go and drink. And women, just so beautiful. No divorce. I mean, incredible. Heaven is something, Did you suffer there? Well, I saw a few little sufferings. Like what? Well, one time, our king, the King Indra, he did something wrong. What did he do? No, I don't even want to tell you. And what happened? He had to come to this world to be born as a hog. Your king became a hog in this world? This cannot be. It's right there. The documents are there. It's a documented case. You mean the king of heaven had to become a hog? He must have done really something nasty, no? He did. what did he do? He had a sexual desire for his guru's wife. He proposed to his guru's wife when the guru was doing austerity. I mean, what worse thing you want? Such a lack of respect. So even in the heavenly planets there's some lust which bothering and giving trouble, and then you have to return here. Thanks. No. Okay then. Okay, my dear friends. Okay, let's meditate on the Absolute. Let's forget all mystic powers and heavens. Come on, let's meditate on the Absolute. Let's get free of the repeated birth and death. What do you think? Yes, yes. Relieve. Come on, let's do yoga. Let's do the yoga of the truth. Let's chant the mantras. So the person is doing this yoga, and now he has to become very refined, because to be a yoga of that stature, you have to. There's many challenges also, no? Maya will come and will attack you to see whether you are really this, King Indra, he's not very happy if somebody becomes very powerful. And he sends some apsaras, no? And they go, oh, are you a great yogi? How you know? Boy, I can feel it. You are the yogi of the yogis. Don't you want to be my yogi? Well... and you go, boom. So the yogis tested by money, by sex, by fame. These are the factual tests he has to pass. Power, all these things. So Brahman, going beyond birth and death. Yes. I'm gonna go. So we are meditating, all kinds of absorption studies, and then all of a sudden the teacher comes and says, my friends, what you're looking for, that is comparable to the ocean of love, like you're looking for the water contained in a calf's hoof print. You're just going there for this Brahman, for this liberation. This is absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, many people have reached there and they still came back here. You have to go to the ocean of love. Already so much austerity. I already went and meditated. I did so many things. I gave up so much mundane lifestyle just to get to Brahman. And now you say, I'm dedicating everything to the water contained in a calf's hoof print. And I'm ignoring some ocean of nectar bliss. And why didn't you tell me that before? Because you were not ready to listen. You were just looking for powers and heavenly pleasures and freeing yourself of difficulties. You were not ready. Admit it. You were taken by some other considerations. So, okay, an ocean of love. Ocean of love, good. How is that ocean of love? Well, you want to know about the ocean of love? Then worship the Lord Narayan. Worship the Lord who is being perceived by the yogis in the heart as the super soul. He is the one. Actually, I forgot. Before the ocean of love comes to focus on the divine person. Divine person. Hey, divine person. Hey, you're also a divine person. But you're divine. But what can you do for me? What can I do for you? Pretty much nothing. So how is it that you're a divine person and you can't do anything for me? Well, I mean, I can do a few things. I can cook for you. I can give you a massage. I can take out the lice from your hair like the monkeys do, you know. I mean, it's not that I can do nothing for you, you know, but it's very limited, you know. There's definitely not the final satisfaction in that. But now, divine person, divine Ishvara, the Lord of the universe who is in my heart. I want to know him, I want to touch him, I want to be an instrument of his love. Really? That's what you want? That's great. Where is he? Where's that person? Where's that divine person? It's with you. He's with you, he's with you, he's with you, he's with me, but it's not me. Some people get it wrong. They hear divine person in everyone, they say, oh, it's me, I'm the divine person. If I'm the divine person, why don't I know what you think? Why don't I know even who I was before I was born? And I'm too ignorant to be that divine person. But I'm part of the divine person. I'm part of the divine realm. I'm part of this divinity, yes. But I'm not Ishvara. I'm not that the supreme divine person. So then the meditation of the yogi goes, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Paramatmaya Namaha. Shri Paramatma, Shri Paramatma, Shri Paramatma. I am yours. I am your humble servant. Please tell me what you want me to do. So this Paramatma meditation is so much beyond this just stopping repeated birth and death, because Paramatma is not mundane. So if Paramatma is not mundane, then where does he stay? What happens to the Paramatma when you die? What happens to your soul when you die? Good question, no? Important question. What happens to the soul when you die? Well, first of all, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, soul never dies. So if the soul never dies, the Atma never dies, the Paramatma much less will die, no? It's higher. So when you die, the Paramatma and the Atma, they leave the body together. What does it mean? That means you got a soulmate. Each and every one has a divine soulmate. And that he's called Ishvara. And you meditate on him, you want to be with him, you want to serve him. And that is wonderful. That gives the initial arising of Shantaras. When there's the appreciation of the divine person. And you can even meditate on him. He has a feature. The Vedas describe him, four-armed, situated in the heart of hearts. He has a form, you can meditate, and he's the energizer. Without him, there's nothing. Now, why Paramatma? Because Paramatma knows you. You see, without Paramatma, there's no karma. There's no mercy. There's no enlightenment. There's no intuition. There's no memory. You can see Paramatma is quite an important function in our existence, no? All these most powerful elements of our existence are Paramatma charged. Where's Paramatma? There's Paramatma. They are completely Paramatma charged. You try to do away with them, with him, and you try to see what you end up with. Without Paramatma charged, then how do you know where you come from? How do you know what happened in the past? Who's rewarding me? Who can save me in my illusion? Nothing. I'm just hopeless, helpless. So therefore, Paramatma is the budding state of love for God. the budding. But there's something, some people, they say, oh, so nice, Paramatma exists, I just become one with him, I just join him. And there you lose the bhakti part. Paramatma means action. Paramatma means service. But then the information comes, hey, there is a love which is like an ocean. Oceanic love. You want oceanic love? That's beyond Paramatma. And that's where the journey of Gopakumar starts in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita. That's where he starts. And he takes you to the realms where the avatars descend. We have different avatars. So many types of avatars. They're descending and they're teaching us all the different elements of divine emotions. This is such a science, the avatar science. Most people, you go to a yoga studio, they know avatar, they think it's a movie. They don't know what is an avatar. They don't know Nam Avatar. They don't know the Guru Tattva, the Krishna Tattva. Nothing they know. So the inbound yoga system is a very scrutinizing study of what the scriptures really tell us, and then it's helping us step by step to go according to what you want to and can understand. And of course, always invoking the help from the divine, because the whole Vedic system is helps. Look, this is something most people don't know either. There's all the devas. The devas, they're very, very highly respected, but carefully, not worshipped. Those who worship the devas, they're of lesser intelligence. This is like if you want to get free of prison. You're in prison, and there's a minister of justice, and he can even give you an amnesty. But you are not going to ask for amnesty. You're going to a prison guard and ask him, can you smuggle in a little coffee for me? So going to the demigods is like getting some coffee into prison, and or maybe some cigarettes or something, Instead of trying to get out of that prison, which is not possible, none of these devas have the power to release you from the prison. So those who worship the demigods without consideration of the avatars, they get stuck. But the demigods, they are devotees of the Lord, and they can bless you. They will bless you. If you are devoted to Paramatma and to the Lord beyond in his different features, the devas will be all at your service. Can you imagine? You don't even know about that, no? You don't even know how many people we have at our service by trying to please Prabhupada. When we serve Prabhupada and please our spiritual teacher, all the demigods are in ecstasy. They say, hey, look what's going on there in Prague. There's Radha Gopinath. And they're telling others about Krishna. Then all the demigods going, hey, this is good there. Let's help them. Let's get this thing going there, So, also this one should know. One should understand. One should understand what is a teacher. A teacher is a spiritual master. You need teachers at any and every given level of life. Can you imagine what it is if you don't have a teacher? What about, you learn how to speak, so you have a teacher. What are you going to do without a teacher? Are you going to make up your own language? Children sometimes do that. No, the teacher says, not like this. Is please, can you give me something to eat? So the children sometimes they're not so cautious about learning, but in the end, life is all about learning. Everything you have to learn. Some things are more important, some things are less important, but at any given instance of life, we need teachers. And those teachers, they will help us to the next step. But you have to be ready to have a teacher. You have to be eager to have a teacher. You have to love your teacher. If he speaks the truth, if he takes you the right way, you have to love him and obey him or her. And you have to become a representative of your teacher as well. Very interesting. Why you teachers teaching you something? So that you can teach it to others. Isn't that the system of everything in this world? Isn't that what your parents expect you to do? You learn from them to teach to your kids. Things have to remain sane. Because parents means sane people. That's the least thing you expect from a parent. But they're sane. If the parents are insane, boy, the society is lost. Then there's not much. But in principle, we always have to learn. And when we have a teacher, we better take the teacher very serious. And to become a Brahmin, you have a teacher. Teaches you Brahminical culture. You want to be an Ayurvedic physician? It's not enough to read a book. You have to have a teacher who teaches you. In everything, in every faculty of life, you have to learn how to do things. And you have to do it in a service attitude. You have to offer yourself as an instrument. So the inbound school of yoga has so many things it teaches us. So above all, it teaches us the principle. The real principle of life. The instructor must offer diverse dynamics of work to become a volunteer so that the student can get enthused in the world of service. That's what we do in the temple. Hey, how are you? Fantastic. You like to help? I don't know. Can you carry this bucket from there to here? Yeah, why not? And then he asks, anything else? Oh, he's a devotee. He likes service. Okay, carry the bucket back now. No, I'm exaggerating. It's not that we are inventing service, but we have to find a way that people want to serve. And if they serve, then we show them what to do. How to take Krishna consciousness to the world and to make everybody happy. Like this very nice agriculture Brahmashis getting all the organic subjis from the farm in Peru with Draupadi. This is a service, no? Growing food for Krishna organically. That's there's so many types of services. And of course, there is, most important, the knowledge of the Vedas. So then Vedas, my goodness. Now what do I have to become? Do I have to become a real student? Leave that door open. Now I have to become a student of the Vedas. I have to understand what Vedic knowledge is. It is so vast and vast and vast. All these things, yes, because these things will make you very happy when you understand. If you don't understand anything, no? But you may say, it's too much, I don't want to learn so much. Okay, just chant Hare Krishna. In the Mahamantra, all the Vedas are included. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In other words, if you really come to the conclusion, to the essence of all yoga, you may end up chanting Hare Krishna with very great relief. You may say, wow, so many things I am kind of sight passing, you know. If you have the attitude, oh my Lord, please make me an instrument of your love. If you have this attitude, my friend, I guarantee you, you don't have to do all the other things and you don't have to know all the things. But there's no harm knowing and there's no harm doing. But you have to do it according to your guide. So more important than all this knowledge is to have the guide and to be a student. Then you can understand these things. Otherwise, say, no, I'm going to get that book. I'm going to get that book and going to become a great yogi. Good luck. Good luck, my friend. And as a matter of fact, you'll be benefited if you do many of the things written in this book, but there's much more to it. There's things you cannot even explain by writing it down. Like the meaning of Sharanagati, of surrender, that cannot be explained. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote 50 songs to explain what Sharanagati is like. 50 songs, trying to get something there and come into the brain. Hey, do it. Be here. Anyhow, time is running out. I was just wanting to give a little introduction of why the Brahminical life is studied and practiced as a very wonderful culmination. It's like it's growth. I mean, now I'm growing to take the mercy, because you know the Gayatri mantra, as you know, it is the mantra of the truth, the Brahma Gayatri. It is the mantra of the Guru mantra, Guru Gayatri. It is the mantra of Gauranga, Gaur mantra, Gaur Gayatri. And then it is the Gopal mantra, which introduces us into the service divine of Vrindavan. Gauranga takes us to Vrindavan, right? Guru takes us to Gauranga, Gauranga takes us to Vrindavan. Guru is Nityananda, and he is the servant of the truth. He's not independent agent. He's completely. And then when you come to Vrindavan, one step higher is even there. You come to Kama Gayatri, which is a message of the divine love of Sri Radha for Krishna and the gopis, which is the highest of all devotional expressions. So I gave you a few superlatives today. I gave you a few things. You give up one thing to go to another. This is very possible. You may give up even Dasya Ras to get to Shakya Ras. If you're invited to Shakya Ras, will you stay at Dasya Ras? If you're invited to Vatsalya Ras, then you have a choice, Shakya Ras, Vatsalya Ras. But if you're invited to Madhurya Ras, then you become sold out, if you're really lucky. And the other things are not so important anymore. Like you never see a picture with the gopis with a bunch of scriptures running around. Hey, let's read this Upanishad, let's read this. You know? The gopis are too busy, they don't read books. But they know all the books by heart. Because they know the essence of love. And the essence of love goes beyond the words. Anyhow, this is what I wanted to say in introducing to you and welcoming you for taking Gayatri Mantra today, that you become a very, very solid representative of this message of Prabhupada, because that's what the Brahman is trying to do. He's really trying to say, okay, my Lord, effectively I will represent you now, and I will try when my Guru is not there to give you and show you everything he's shown to me, so that you can be happy, like I became happy when I started. I mean, Brahman initiation is the highest distinction you can get in the human form of life from the social status point of view. Not spiritual status. Pure devotion, pure humility, that is the highest status. Be a servant of the truth. But within the realm of the material distinctions and responsibility, a Brahmin is somebody who says, okay, he's trusted by his Guru, he gave him this mantra, this spiritual duty to become a servant of humanity, he's truth-bound, so that is wonderful, and therefore we respect him now as Vaishnavi Brahmani. And this is very, very high. All by the grace of Prabhupada. Is this a beautiful movement? But who are we to say this? This is only because we have been touched and utilized by causeless grace. And if you want to be nice and good in your life, try to get some of causeless grace, so that will become active, invigorated in your devotional charm. because it's a personal charm also. Krishna invigorates our characteristics. You know, according to the divine plan, each and every one of us is a unique individual to enhance the beauty of the sum total. Thank you. Welcome to being a part of the beautification. Because without you, we don't want to do. Can you imagine that somebody doesn't want to do without you? Well, the number one who doesn't want to do without you, I explained yesterday, is called Krishna himself. So therefore you can't escape. I don't want to, I want to do my things. I want to make myself the center of everything. Krishna is so... we're going through some crisis sometimes. Is Krishna the enjoyer or not? But you are lucky, lucky, lucky. Krishna don't want to do without you. So he'll be behind you, I guess. And this is our greatest boon and fortune, that Krishna is personally interested in us. So now the process will be, Gayatri mantras will be given in my room upstairs. And then afterwards we will have a little yajna for completing the Vedic rituals of the devotional commitment. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Please sing a kirtan. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna.